Hi. So this page is called Theology Matters. Why does it matter, really? Well, I think a good place to start is to say, what does the word theology mean? And so, theology is is a word that's made up of two parts. Theos, Theos, this is Greek for God, and Logos, where the logy is. So when we say biology, we say bio meaning life, and logos, logi meaning reason. So we're reasoning about life. In the same way, uh, theology is reasoning about God. That's like the basic thing. The subject goes deeper than that, but the idea is, or thinking is, at least for this page, and where we're standing on this thing is everything, every policy, every law, every ideology begins by assuming something, saying something about what they believe God is, or who they believe God is. So everything begins from there. Sometimes it's very explicit, sometimes it's very implicit. Like you can't detect it until you dig a little deeper. So it doesn't matter what book you're reading. If you're reading Da Vinci Code, am I holding it the right way? Da Vinci Code, Dan Brown, or something like Atheist Delusions by David Bentley Hart, or something like this by Cholwe Mbeto. It always has to interpret data you're looking at based on what you're thinking about God. So how you think about God creates your worldview. So your worldview is the lens through which you looking at the world, and you're interpreting what's happening in the world. So it could be an issue of the false prophets, or the scams and shambles that we're having, that's been growing on Facebook anyway, of people resurrecting people, or what the West is fighting vehemently, the LGBTQ plus issues on abortion, or how the Chinese government, where I am, would frame their laws and policies. All of these things begin by first answering the first question: who is God? So, for example, here in this country, when you want to take part in serving the government as a politician, one of the first things you are supposed to agree to, or agree about, is to say you have no allegiance to God but this country, this government. Other countries do not do that, but that would be a basic example of how important God is. So it's not a small issue, it's a really big issue, and if you pay attention, you would see it all the time. You will see it all the time. And so theology does matter. It affects everything. And so we would be wise to think about what we're reading, what we're putting in our minds, what we're doing in our workplaces, in our families, with children, or wherever, because it does matter. If we're negligent about this issue, we will be wise, we'll be the fool that Proverbs talks about, the book of Proverbs, the fool and the simple-minded. So sharpen your brains, renew your minds, as Romans 12 tells us, and be alert, wise as a serpent, humble as a dove. always praying and always watching, because theology does matter every single day, whether you're aware of it or not. It always assumes something about who you say God is. Alright, just thought of clarifying that, saying something about it, something small, just in case you wondered why does theology matter. So in conclusion, everybody's a theologian.